Sophisticated, articulate, intellectual. These are words other podcasts use to describe themselves, not us. This is Fairly Harmless. We are the mountain that makes the airplanes fly. With musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns. East Coast Funk. Please enjoy Andrew and James.
Welcome to Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm Odessa.
And I'm Prime.
Okay, well, let me lead it in. And then, or do you want to lead it?
I don't care. No, you lead it in.
All right.
Woo, woo.
Woo woo.
What
Could
about
be a
woo-woo?
whole.
Funny you should mention that.
Now, what about woo woo?
Yes, please. What do you have to
Please
say?
extrapolate on what you're talking
or
about.
expand.
Or extrapolate.
We had a whole thing on the woo woo.
What is woo woo?
But it wasn't.
Who?
It wasn't on the podcast.
It
Who
wasn't
had a-
recorded.
Oh,
had
we
a-
It
should-
wasn't recorded.
Oh my
It
god.
was the night that I fell asleep.
Oh my god.
Oh, you missed it.
You both missed it.
No,
No,
was
I was
there.
there.
he was there.
Oh my
He was
god.
there.
The woo was so woo. It was great.
What is the woo?
Well, it's woo woo.
It's woo woo.
And it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum.
It's woo
I
woo, you
bet it
fool.
is.
No. The-
WOO.
Did-
WOO.
Did I tell you the woo story?
Is it yoga based?
So
No.
Sort
it's,
of.
well, like the story started there, but like
But it doesn't end there.
it doesn't end there. No,
Make
it got
sure you-
way more woo.
Could it be
Please
a quest of
tell
sorts?
it in a ways that this can be published, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
we
I,
can
I was at a yoga
event.
class thing.
Why the quotes? It was
No,
yoga.
it was yoga. No, it was the class.
It was very much
the
yoga.
The yoga was there. The class part was there. I
Okay.
wasn't sure
It
what
was
word
with
to use.
the FBI
It
and
was-
the CIA. We were murdering people, but we did yoga.
we
Yoga.
talked about yoga.
I don't know.
It was kosher.
So like the yoga.
There were
the
asanas.
The yoga I do, like there's like a practice and there's a lot of postures that you do in a row and a sequence and blah blah blah. And everybody showed up that morning to do that, and we were all sweaty messes afterwards. This woman walked in, and she rolled out her mat after we were all done, and she did like a headstand. And I'm like, that's interesting. Just
Question, is that a normal yoga
yeah, is that normal
posture?
for?
that's a normal yoga
Okay.
posture, but to walk in from our perspective and just do a headstand. And
Normally, there's a warm up.
That-
Like
there's
you
there's
don't
more,
just
there's more
bust
to
out a
it, just bust
handstand.
out
Like
a
you.
headstand.
That's like going to a gym and just lifting like 100-pound weight.
Right. So like,
warming
well,
up.
I mean, then we're having this conversation. We're having this.
just bench pressing.
We're having this conversation later, and she's like, "Yeah, I really feel the energy just flowing out the top of my head," and I have this standoffish approach to that because I don't have that.
I've never noticed that.
I have this experience. Haven't had this experience, so I'm like, how much is she's just making that crap up? Like
That bullshit up.
right? She's so like, and literally like woo woo is what comes to my mind. And then later that day, we got together for dinner.
I just want to know, did you know about woo woo before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Woo-woo.
she showed up to dinner. I was standoffish, but I'm trying to be nice, so I offered a seat next to her.
Was this at the Sassoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do it for context. I
No,
think
we
I know
all-
who you're talking about.
Yeah. She sat next to me. We had a conversation for an hour. It was great. We connected, then disconnected, and then connected again because, anyway, it is what it is. So then, a few days later, I'm talking to my primary advisor in life. That's how we'll refer to him. And I was talking about my weekend and like just talking to the guy about stuff. And like I said, and this woman, she was so woo woo. And he's like, so like he listens to me talk about what I just said. And he's like, you do know that you're trying to be a yoga teacher. So you're gonna meet these people.
You're going to run into woo
You're
woo.
gonna run into it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's true. And he's like, and some people might consider you a little woo woo. And I'm like,
Huh.
I took that to the straightest person I know at dinner, and when we were talking to Woody, I said, Woody, I need to ask you a question. Do you think I'm woo woo? And he's like, what is that? I'm like, I don't want to inform your decision.
Don't want to put it in a box.
So he Googled it. He found the definition. He's like, yes. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's like, 6.
Ooh.
And I'm like, wow, that high. So this is all shattering my own perception of myself.
Right.
And then I'm like really considering it. I'm like, man,
And just to clarify, Woody has done yoga a fair amount or some?
he's done some yoga. He knows what I do. He knows what we practice. And yeah, so he said 6. And then I started asking everybody else. And apparently the consensus is yes. Prime is a little woo.
I would rate you more as like a 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think that's part of the process too. Is
On the
like,
woo,
on the
woo.
woo. But then Schwa gets involved, and you get involved, and then it all goes to. It was awesome. Like I think this is one of those things. It's like woo, 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 woo. But anyway, yeah. So like we're literally wooing the woo, and I love it. So now we have just like a little thing. I wish we could have recorded what happened that Friday night because that was the shit.
So what happened on Friday night, the night I fell asleep with the woo?
Oh no, we just developed it. Like it really got.
It really got it. We had a
Got
spectrum.
silly. It was just it was just like the
He
one.
found that there was a school for woo.
Yeah, we could go. I could go. I
he could go
literally
learn,
could
and
go.
he was completely serious about it. It
like,
was
I can
hysterical.
I can go to the UK and enroll in the School of Woo Woo and really develop it.
This seems like the right time to jump in and say that I was pretty inspired by this, and I wanted to share it with my friend, and so I told him about this.
He did. He told me about the woo woo.
And we got
A little nuts.
we had a lot of conversation about this.
We went a little too
Oh,
far.
really?
Yes, and we thought, and for a little bit I thought, I really want to do this as a serious thing, and he said something like, I think you're wrong. I think you're an idiot. He's definitely
Really?
never
He
going
said
to.
that to you?
Yeah, well, he didn't
He
say
told
it.
you were wrong?
He tells
I
me
don't
that
think-
several
I don't think
times
it's
a
recorded
day.
In, the
I don't
annals of
necessarily
time.
didn't necessarily hear him, but yeah. So here's I think this is the idea. We were thinking that we would open a yoga studio, and you would be the proprietor. But not only that,
But it would have a whole structure to it.
of woo woo,
A woo-woo structure, maybe a set of guidelines, if you will.
and it would follow something like this is a bad word. We need to come up with a better word, but a cult.
Right. It would be like a grouping of people.
A cult or O cult?
No, A.
Oh, maybe.
not O.
I don't know if that'll
Could be-
sell.
Could go either way.
And you know who's
occult.
at the top of it? The head, this guy.
That
You know-
guy.
The head woo?
The head woo.
the head
The
woo.
head woo.
The head woo that depending on who you're talking to is either a 1 on the spectrum or a 7 on the spectrum.
You know, if you know,
All inclusive.
right? It's all
Well, I don't-
inclusive.
I don't
It's
have
a
enough-
spectrum.
You have to leave enough space for the extra woo.
I don't have enough. Well, okay, is that what it is? It's like I
'Cause
need
someone-
If I get to 8 or 9, I got too much woo because I don't have enough space to get more woo.
Yes. And I think you need some space for extra people to come in and have more woo.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so there could be so the leader of the woo.
Why does it have to be a leader?
Okay, so the originator of the woo.
I don't know. It feels like it sells better.
Oh no.
Oh.
There-
I
Oh,
think
oh,
like it
oh,
definitely
oh,
sells better
oh.
with
For a
woo.
business-
there has to be a
business.
face. There has
There's
to be
got to be a face.
The face of woo.
The
Yeah.
face. Oh my God. This
We
is
may
getting so
have-
good.
So maybe we've overstepped the bounds a little bit
Of woo?
We've absolutely overstepped. the
we
bounds.
stepped so far
There
over.
are
Well, see, the thing
Did
is,
you,
it's like,
did
how many
you buy a
websites?
domain name?
Maybe I bought a domain name.
holy shit.
How many websites did you develop?
Only one.
Only one.
Only one. I only
Holy
had time
shit.
for one.
Okay.
None
So-
of your pictures are on them yet.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
You all ready to look at the screen?
Oh my God. Are you serious?
I'm
the
ready.
domain is
I'm ready.
ready for all
I'm
you
so
all you
ready.
out there in listener land.
Is
The
this what you-
domain is www.woowoo.yoga.
That wasn't taken?
No,
Are you serious?
But it is now.
it's taken now.
And that's only the beginning.
Okay.
This is woo woo. So this is where the masters of woo woo, you can awaken your spirit, embrace the woo.
Okay. Are these images generated
AI.
by AI?
It's all AI.
Okay, because I don't have to pay somebody for
No.
those images.
Nobody has to ever pay anybody for anything. Actually, following
has
this
to
episode, following this episode, and maybe a couple of weeks down the road, this website probably won't exist.
Okay.
And we've had
a lot of fun.
Several hours of discussion.
Several hours of discussion about this.
Wait, where did you get these numbers?
Who
Made 'em
knows?
up.
We just made them up.
You have 13 plus personal trainers.
Well, we
300.
want to.
That's a lot.
We've got one right now. Well,
How
two,
do you have them on
three.
staff?
Wait, just
They're
choose
all
three.
what's that word? Interns. Interns. I couldn't remember.
Apprentices.
They're
Apprentices. Top 5 life benefits.
Deep inner peace.
Wow.
I just want shallow inner peace. I don't
No,
want
but for the
Ooh.
woo, you're going to want deep inner peace.
No, I like.
No, I think
like
that
the
it's-
staff with the rainbow. And
That's the aura.
Yeah.
But when the camera took a picture, it was able to
It
grasp
captured
the
his
aura.
aura.
Captured
But
the aura.
it should be.
There's
If it was
five.
an aura.
It's
There's
a woo.
5 colors of aura.
It's a woo-woo camera
It's a
for
woo
sure.
woo
Wait,
rainbow.
you actually did some research into the woo.
We did
We
actually.
did actually do. On
We
the way
did.
to South Carolina to go visit Odessa's mother for Thanksgiving, I listened to a podcast
About woo?
on YouTube about woo woo. I'll pull it up
And
for you now.
I read several.
You've done
As
your
you were critiquing the driving?
No, it was it was prior to that.
Dr. David R. Hamilton. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to Dr. David R. Hamilton talking about woo woo 3 years ago.
For 45 minutes?
No, I only got about 14 minutes in before I couldn't take it anymore. But I
So
did get a
you
good
couldn't-
14 minutes in.
So you couldn't spend 45 minutes listening, yet you thought a website would be awesome for it.
Well, I mean, there's so many things you can release fear,
and
you can build strength, you can
Embrace
embrace
flow.
the flow.
You talk about flow.
Who?
You don't you talk about flow? Swear I've heard you say that
You've
word.
aligned your universal energies.
You know, I think this may be why I'm. Wait, where did you get these people?
AI.
Now, then
Hey,
you have to
Celeste
pay.
really knows what's up, okay? She's a designer after all.
See, I don't
This
think her
just-
name
this
is really
just proves
Laura.
to me how ridiculous the internet is now. Like, I can't believe shit. Wow. Okay, no,
So this was
I'm a little something right now.
Inspired?
my fear about all this was I went a little too far.
Why are you afraid of that, James? Like, this is just I think one of the elements that's come out of this for me
Yeah.
is that I have no idea who I am. Like, I have none. Like, there's this exterior thing that everyone else seems to have this idea of, and usually it's more accurate than what I think on the inside. And like, I'm not going to take offense to you going a little crazy over something because you kind of do that. So
Right. Well, you know what's funny is if you want to like build a personal website now, we could use this domain.
template.
I was also thinking, geez, you change the words and maybe a little bit of this.
You have a template.
This is a working. This is something that's in progress. Like, this is.
Yes.
How many hours did you spend on this?
Too many. So then we go up.
And I never do anything, and I spent like 5 hours.
So we went a little
Holy
dark,
shit!
a little deep.
Is this what you...
Wow! Like,
Dance of the Infinite.
how much?
So he
how,
got up over Thanksgiving and said,
How much-
I got to go do some work.
How much?
I gotta go do some work. I gotta go do some
And
work.
those fires are all powered by your
Known as the infinite spiral dance.
Remember when
Okay.
you said he could be maniacal and take
No,
over
that's-
the world?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, given the right levers, like, you could literally like topple empires.
This is him using his powers for good.
It's just him using his powers.
Using his powers.
There's the vessel of purity.
No, no,
Because you could say it was good
No, no,
or
I-
bad.
Flowing with energy, rooting
think-
through stillness.
no. I think this is.
Then the biggest one is the
Has
trials
anybody gone to this website?
no.
Okay.
No one knows it. Even Google doesn't know it exists.
Okay. Because
Yet.
What's the name of the website again?
It's www.woowoo.yoga.
another thing that I'm personally developing in my life is authenticity.
Funny you should mention that.
James, I have so many emotions right now that
Well, it gets better.
Or
I'm not
does?
sure.
There's also the guy. Oh, his
I
head
need to
got
work.
cut off.
I need to work on the newsletter.
So you know about the 11th interval path to woo woo.
You just made that
Did you
up, right?
just-
This is not a
just
No,
lead.
sit
it's
around-
right there. It
No.
says interval path. I
Right.
didn't.
But
It's
you
on the
fucker.
internet.
Did you?
You
It's on
fucker.
the internet. It's got to be true.
the fact that this exists on the internet disproves what you just said.
Right.
That's right.
So what are you trying to get to, Odessa? What are you trying to ask me?
That's creative.
That's, I mean, that's
Right. And I told him.
And that's all from
so
just your
creative.
head?
Yeah. So it gets better. We want to talk about
our founder.
our founder.
Oh, God. I don't want you to click there. Oh, Jesus.
It's we couldn't use you because we didn't get your permission.
That's
use,
right. So we got this guy.
Who is that guy?
That guy.
Jasper P.
That's Jasper P.
That's
Wainwright.
Jasper P.
No.
Where'd
Like,
you get that picture?
That's what
JP. AI.
Is that AI?
That doesn't
too?
exist. This man doesn't exist.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's AI.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He kind of looks a little bit like you, Prime.
No.
Oddly
This
enough.
is-
You in 40
Oh.
years.
No, this is crazy. No, like you are really
Just know that if you want
you're kind of fucking with me now. Like
if you want to go there, it's right there, brother.
like
I think we could really
this is
make
gonna
this
float
happen.
in my mind.
Have you ever thought of writing books?
No. Well, actually,
funny
no.
you should
no,
mention
it's
that.
true. We have a book in.
No, I mean for real.
We have a book in progress
yeah.
for this year, but it's not coming out because of what was
COVID?
no, not COVID.
COVID. There is COVID. It's
supply
but on-
chain
on
issues.
supply chain issues on Mars. What's it called?
It's called "Where Do Strippers Go, Virginia?"
right.
Where do they go?
Well, that's what we're
Why,
going to find
why
out.
do they have to go anywhere?
That's where they're going to go. It's a children's book, like Go the Fuck to Sleep, but
Not for children.
not for children. It's for adult children.
Adult children. That is your audience.
So Jasper here had two odysseys. He had the Odyssey to the Northeast and then the Southern Asian pilgrimage, of which he had this moment. He had during one of his meditation sessions on a misty Himalayan peak. He had his
experienced
first
woo. Woo.
I think to get there, you'd have to have a woo before.
Well, so he had.
You gotta-
No.
that's-
So you got to read Jasper's existence.
Pre-woo?
He had some issues that caused him to have his first woo. You got to read this, Odessa. You can't just come out of the box.
Wait a
with-
minute. I think you may have stolen the kerosene lamp idea from Judaism.
Maybe.
I don't know. Have you read that story? It's
Well, it says kerosene lamp. I don't think that's what they had. They had an oil lamp.
oil lamp.
Oh, in the Maccabees? Is that what
Because the
Maccabees.
kerosene
I think
makes
they
it
use
different.
JP5 jet fuel. I think.
This is for a modern man.
I want you to consider the fact that we could help people and make a profit at the same time.
With some woo-woo.
But also energy crystals,
We could have a whole line of crystals.
prayer shawls, candles,
rare shawl?
The kerosene
prayer,
lamp.
prayer.
The kerosene lamp
Ooh,
itself.
rare shawls would be even more expensive.
You know what? We could have the kerosene lamp that started it all.
Oh,
We could give it out as like little mini lamps.
yeah, we sell
That's
so many miniature kerosene
Kind of like
lamps.
the Buddha, statue, but instead it's a kerosene lamp token.
We're not going to cheapen it. We're definitely not
This
doing
is
that.
not cheapening it at all. This is part of the mythos.
Well,
Just
sca-
consider it.
the implications of what has happened here in the last 2 weeks outside, like just so many levels of things happening right now. And like
I just want you to be aware of the-
I want you to know that you're proving to me that I really need to be careful about what I put into the universe.
Be careful what idiots are
'Cause-
listening.
Because this is it. This is it. This happened more than once. One thing happened to me. I shared it with you, and the manifestations of this is astounding.
You'll notice it has a dark mode.
He didn't hear anything of what you just said. He did not.
Have I told you about this new iPad?
That's so dark.
See, it goes like that.
And I don't know if you'll get any joy out of it, but after every text that we would send back, and not every, but every third text, which we only send about probably 150 individual texts, I would say, long may he reign upon his throne of power.
Well, it's not even real.
But it could be. It could be.
It's on the internet. Google's gonna pick it up.
We could still sell energy crystals. Couldn't we? We don't even need to have
I think you should put them in like drink packets.
You know, Max
No.
Bubbles
Energy
could do that.
fucking A.
They're
Max Bubbles
energy
could
crystals that you put in your drink.
James, I'm stunned. Is a good word for how I am.
Well, this has been Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm Odessa.
And I'm Prime.
Yes.
Woo woo to the max.
All hail Prime. Long may he reign upon his throne of power.
Once again, this has been Fairly Harmless. Missing the point on... Wait, what's the point? Support Fairly Harmless at www.buymeacoffee.com/Fairly Harmless. Our musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Their music is available for streaming and purchase on most media platforms. For Fairly Harmless, this has been your announcer, Fast Eddie. See you soon.
What's the name of the website again?
It's www.woowoo.yoga. Well, that's it.
Well, thanks for
Go home now.
listening.
Thanks for listening.
We're done.